Look at all those chickens! Guys, welcome back to the Hecky Show. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my Irish American boiled dinner, also known as corned beef and cabbage. First thing you're going to want to do is rinse your meat. Always rinse off your meat, get rid of all that excess blood. You're going to take the packet of pickling spice that comes with the brisket and fill it up with water. Make sure that it's all submerged because this is going to be boiling for a very long time. You can add water as you go, but definitely start it off by it being completely submerged. You will be putting this on the stove over a medium-high heat and allowing this to boil for about 2.5, 3 hours, 4 hours max. But you definitely keep going back and checking on it because it can go from perfect to overcooked in no time at all. You're going to need some small boiling potatoes, carrots, 1 onion, cabbage, of course, and garlic. The garlic is optional. Before it all comes to a boil, I like to add some of the onion to the pot. You can add the entire onion if you want, or just half of it. I also like to add about a handful or 2 of carrots to the pot, obviously. And I also add the garlic at this point, because you don't want the garlic to overpower the entire thing, as garlic can do, especially with my hefty spoonfuls. I just feel like it adds a lot more flavor to it. It's essentially you're seasoning the water, although all you really need is the pickling spice to do that. Go ahead and throw the lid on that hoe and just leave it alone. While that's boiling away, you're going to grab your cabbage, remove all the outer leaves that you know you're not going to want to use. And once you've done that, you know, just a couple of the layers, you know, maybe 2 or 3 layers you want to remove. I'll now go ahead and I'll give the cabbage a good rinse, just in case. You can never be too sure. So yeah, just give it a quick little rinse, pat dry it, and then you're going to want to cut it into quarters. Now that I'm back in frame, I'll show you. You want to cut off the stem, because obviously you don't need that guy. Then you go ahead and cut her down the middle in half. Now I've gone ahead and cut each half in half again, so you've got 4 quarters. Most people will leave the core intact as it does help to keep it together. But once it's all mushy and cooked, it's kind of a pain to expect people to eat around that or to not eat, you know, the core. So I go ahead and risk it. I remove the majority of that core. That's what the core looks like. So yeah, there's really no wrong way to do this. You can either leave it and the cabbage will stay more intact, or you can remove it. By removing the core, it just means that when you're going to pull everything back out once it's cooked, you just want to be a lot more careful, you know, watch the way you lift it up if you don't want it to all fall apart on you. It's just more aesthetically pleasing to serve the cabbage as an entire section rather than a slop of cabbage. But it's really no big deal. If you're cooking this for some guests, then maybe leave it in. If it's just for you and, you know, the kids in your hobby, then I'm pretty sure they're not going to care what it looks like. And that's that for the cabbage. This is how I cut mine into sections, just because it's easier to serve this way. But yeah, you can essentially cut it however you want. And this bag of outer leaves and core, you're going to want to grab it, Slam it into the trash, because that's what we do here. Although I got these small little potatoes that come in the mesh bag and are like triple washed or whatever, I still feel the need to give them a quick rinse anyways. That's just my personal preference. But you do you, boo-boo. If you don't want to wash it, if you want to pick your potatoes right out of the ground with all that dirt and crap on them and throw them in your pot because you don't give a shit, then you do that. Whatever floats your boat, mama. As you can see, the brisket's come to a boil. It's been boiling for about 2.5 hours. So now I've gone ahead and I've added the potatoes. They're just going to sit at the top, essentially. I did add some more water to this. I quickly realized that the pot I was using just wasn't going to cut it, and I believe I had the same problem last year. So I swapped everything over to a bigger pot. So yeah, everything can kind of have room to breathe, move around. Yeah. So at this point, the potatoes are in there, the carrots. I did add some more onion, and now I'm adding all the cabbage to the top. Then we'll let this cook down for about another half hour, 40-ish minutes, depending on how you prefer your veggies to be cooked. This, my friends, is the end plated result. Got your corned beef, little red potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. I'll be serving this with some spicy brown mustard for the meat and vinegar. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with all of your friends. If you want to see me do more videos like this, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks, y'all. Bye.